Right now I'm in Freses, close to the Colegio Federado de Arquitectas y Ingenieros, the College of Architects and Engineers. And this is a park, and it's called Parque Freses. It's in Curridabat, in the district called Freses. And it's an interesting park for several reasons. This is another park that Rodrigo told me about, so thank you. And right here we can see something interesting, which is this park is divided by railroad tracks. And unlike in the US, where that would probably be a deal breaker, here we just are going to walk right across the tracks to the other part of the park. And just like when we were in another park around here, Parque del Prado, it's the park is kind of divided, and here it looks like it's actually divided into 3 quarters. So let's see what else we can see on this side. So I can't tell if this is practical or sculpture, but I can see this is pretty new. And for the umpteenth time, I'm going to make the observation, a lot of times in this city, you'll see very new architecture and infrastructure, and the next to it things will look quite different. So this looks quite different than that little staircase we went down. We also have a ciclovia here, and looks like we can continue in this direction. Well, we even have a path along here. And these are the main tracks between Estación Atlántico and Cartago. And at this time of day, it's after 4. We will probably see a train if we wait a little bit longer, either coming from this direction or coming back from Cartago. But it does look like this doesn't go too much longer. It's hard to tell here sometimes. So we're back on this part of the park. Over there on the other side, that's where I started out from. And one thing about this park is it seems they're really making use of a resource that would otherwise go to waste. This strip of land is too narrow, well, mostly too narrow to build on. I've seen people build on pretty narrow things here. And for whatever reason, it probably can't be used for that. So what do you do with it? You make a park. And I've seen that a lot in the US, and another good example of it. Incidentally, through this park, we've had a number of fruit trees. This is guayaba, including aguacate, or palta as it's known to Spanish speakers. Yeah, so it's a nice little theme. They're not doing super a lot with it, but it is a nice little theme to the park. And this is the road. So as you see, we have a road here, and then we have the tracks, and that's why there's 3 quarters of the park. There's one other little pocket of land right across the street there. Let's go see what's there. There's a train that just went through to Cartago, maybe all the way to Plaza Paraiso, I forgot, or Remuno. There's a train going through, and since they come about every half hour, that was probably my one chance. Apparently, rail fans in Costa Rica, such as they are, do come to this park to photograph trains and video trains. And I did get a chance. My main shot will actually go in a short. And I think if we look in that direction, you can see that the train is stopped. I think that is actually the CFI right there. And it looks like you can also walk through along the tracks, which I think here people do a lot. My habits from the US is tracks are for trains, not for playing games. When you see tracks, think trains. So I don't like to walk along tracks like that, even though here it's apparently normal to do. One other thing to put this park in context, right there you can see we have 3 residential towers, which are not gigantic, but by the standards of Costa Rica are pretty big. And this area to the east of San Jose, Curridabat, San Pedro, has been developing. It is a pretty affluent area, high population density, which is why you probably have a pretty modern, well-maintained park here, because there's a lot of young, upwardly mobile professionals, as we used to call them in this area, looking for a place to relax. So you have this, and that's good. And yesterday we saw the Interurbanas, here Corredor Biblico Interurbano. Maybe a different project, kind of the same theme, where they're trying to create some type of biological and natural corridors through the city. And you know, it's a nice start. And right here we have a chessboard. Haven't actually seen anybody play chess, I think, in my time in Costa Rica. Would it be nice if I could? Anyway, so that's about, we're going to return back across the tracks in a minute or two. Another train just passed in that direction. I got a pretty good video of it, which actually I'll probably make that the short. And that being said, I will now continue back home. By the way, this is, I don't know, 20-30 minutes from my home, so it's a pretty quick walk. Just a nice little place. As I said in the Pequeña Sierra and Parque del Prado videos, there are actually a lot of places here that are great to check out. You just kind of have to know where they are. So there's more information about what you can find here in San Jose, Costa Rica, and hope it was informative.